And so imagine this. You're somewhere down there in South America in a small town at the cross of Chilean and Peruvian borders. West of you is the Pacific Ocean. East, majestic Andes. You've seen the Nazca lines in the north, but you're not allowed to reach the Atacama Desert in the south because of the pandemic. You and your partner from Atlanta, who you incidentally met in Ecuador and after a short deliberation joined on his crusade towards Antarctica, have been traveling for about a month through Ecuador and Peru, discovering amazing places like Machu Picchu, Inca ruins, majestic mountains and mysteries of the olden days. And all of a sudden, there is the pandemic of 2020. You were refused entry into Chile, and here you are. After all the foreigners got repatriated back to their countries, you two are left in a pretty hotel in a border town called Tacna. From the 8th floor in amazement, you are taking in the dead streets while you are waiting for your iron to warm up yesterday's pizza. They did not allow you go into the streets for 50 days. But they left the sauna and the gym open for you, and there's an underground garage where you can ride your motorcycle, but only within its confines. And finally, you got 2 permits to use private vehicles for the purpose of shopping. Like buy a melon at one end of the city and onions on the other, and an urgent need to buy a new battery charger in place of the broken one. All the important things. As per the rules, people gatherings are not permitted, but you're in a clear. 1 bike per 1 man. Rules are followed. But now that the mountains seen from the windows of the gym are suddenly almost reachable, the question is how to get to them. The city limits were tightly guarded by soldiers with Kalashnikovs, accompanied by nurses in alien spacesuits with PCR tests on the ready. And one day an idea evolved. We walked directly into the main police city headquarters just before the lunch break. We were hard to miss. 2 gringos with motor gear and helmets. Why are you here? By then I spent about 2 months reading local newspapers and listening to presidential press updates. My Spanish sufficed to converse with officials. We're 2 travelers stuck in your city. We're not leaving until all this is over. We know and respect the rules, but we got no families or friends here, and if you do not let us at least ride our bikes around, we're gonna go crazy and start causing trouble. Can you please let us ride and explore the region? The officer and his aides were almost openly laughing at my official ultimatum. That sounded very, you have your children at home, and your wife, and your mother and a father, and good food, and we have no one to talk to. Please let us ride our motorcycles. He could not officially let us do it, but said that no one will say no to my plea at any checkpoint. And we were off to our first adventure. You remember those 2 snow-covered peaks seen from our roof, right? Of course we decided to go see them. The first army checkpoint let us pass without much talk. Must have heard about us already. The road was void of life. No humans, no animals. Tacna already resembles Mars, but this was a dead Mars. In half an hour there was another checkpoint where a solitary figure of a skinny soldier who was the only one not at lunch nodded his head and answered to the question I shot at him with my eyes. Can I? Yes. We did not even stop. Later, that returned some trouble. On our way back, we were stopped and informed that we were declared as illegal border runners, and there was a directive to arrest us if we reached Bolivian border post. 26 мая 2020 года. Едем на вот этот вулкан. Ну и вот такой вот пейзаж. And we finally made it to Tacora and Chupiquina at 15,000 plus feet.
Top of the Andes Mountains, guys. Oh man, I think it's over 14,000 feet here. I am wolfed. I am beat.
In less than 2 hours, we went up from 1,800 to 15,000, which was not very wise. Talking over the radio, we decided to stop and try to acclimatize. And, of course, we didn't think we were getting out of the city that easy, and did not take any water and food with us. There was a tiny bottle of white wine from KLM at the bottom of my bag, along with another tiny bottle of Jägermeister, plus our coffee mugs. Nothing helped the nauseating head spinning. But you think we turn around and go back because of the altitude? After 2 months in a lockup? No way. We went ahead. The surrounding beauty was making us emotional. Look at this view. You literally turn a corner and suddenly you're in front of a huge volcano in all its glory. It is the very top here, close to 16,000 feet. Wow, look at that. Здесь где-то 4700. Снег. Дорога постепенно переросла в гравийку. Ну, такая классная, хорошая дорога. Очень высоко и очень тяжело. Конечно, приехать с 600 метров на 4700 буквально где-то за меньше, чем за 2 часа.
So before we got to feel any worse and we really could not walk getting off our bikes, we turned around and went back to Tacna. That was our first adventure of many trips up to the mountains in Tacna. Next time we take off towards the Pacific coast. Hope you like the views. And as they say, hit that like button and subscribe, and see you again soon.